Hi, my name is Caroline, and today I wanted to talk about time audits and time management. As an ADHDer, I struggled a lot with time management, and over the years, I've picked up many tools and tricks, and I wanted to share them with you today. So, time audits are a tool that I learned in therapy a while ago. It's tracking how you spend your time and your level of energy throughout the day. So I did it at first on a template that my psychologist shared with me, and then I did it in my bullet journal. It's something that I think it's really useful to do once in a while, maybe every year or depending on the season, because it really helps to have an awareness of your energy and how you spend your time. Often I feel that we think we're spending our time a certain way, but in reality, it's not the case. So in true ADHD fashion, I did not finish completing this one. I'll tell you a few tips to keep going. I think the main thing is to stick to a week. You don't have to do it all the time or very long. Just stick to a week, stick to an hour time frame. Maybe 30 minutes, but don't track like 10, 15 minutes things. Just round it up. And also keep it simple. Right there I picked 6 categories: sleep, eat, work, screen time, because that was something I was really struggling with at the time. Now I don't struggle, I just enjoy it. And hobbies and personal care. So I chose colors for everything to give me an overview and make it really pretty. By tracking what you're doing and your level of energy throughout the day, it's a good way to learn about yourself, to know when are your energy level higher, when are they lower, what's the best period during the day for deep work or for rest. You can get a clearer picture. And also, you can get to learn which task and which activities give you energy and which one takes up energy. So that's more the time audit section. To manage your time, I like to use time blocking and especially an app called Structured. So I'll show you on iPad because I'm using my phone right now to film. I really love Structured. I've been using it for a few years already, and it's such a pretty and clean minimalist app to combine your calendar and your task. I've searched a lot. I've used Good Task for a while because I wanted something that combines the two. I really think that the calendar blocking and the task go hand in hand, and I like them to be in the same app. At the moment, there's an Android app and an iOS app, and there's one for Mac too, but I'm waiting every day for a web app because, the calendar apps on Windows are really ugly. There was one with Windows 11, but they moved to Outlook, and I really hate it. I've been using Mozilla Firefox, but yeah, hopefully soon. They've been working on it, and I'll be able to have my lovely Structured on my Windows PC. So what I really love about Structure, like I said, it integrates your calendar and your task. It can take the iOS calendar or Google Calendar, probably others, but that are the two I know about. So I do my time blocking in my iCloud calendar. So to enter my task into Structured, I use my iCloud calendar. This is it on Thunderbird, and I try to keep it very simple. I have 3 calendars, one for personal stuff, one for maintenance, which is like meals, transportation, house care, and one that is for work. I think I was so crazy about color coding, and in university I would have a different color for every classes, and I really like it, but if I want to keep a system and use it on the long run, I really need to keep it as simple as possible. So as you can see, at the end of February I was really using my calendar more to time block everything and keep track of how much time I was spending on my cross stitch or on reading a certain book. And what I think is really important about time blocking is scheduling meals and breaks. Because throughout the day, as an ADHDer or with autism, you really forget to take care of yourself. And scheduling break is a really good way to remind yourself of that. Also, Structured, I wanted to talk about, as launched a few weeks ago a new energy management system. So it's really do the work for you. You can select a task and put how difficult it is from 1 to 3, and then it calculates the amount of energy it takes depending on the length of the activity or event or task in your calendar. And like I put there, you can pick how many points of energy you have during the day. You can change them from one day to the next. Let's say a certain day you have more energy than the other, or if you spend too much energy the day before. So that's basically it for the calendar section. I don't overcomplicate things. There's a lot of fun feature. You can do subtasks and so many things, but I really think that it's better to start small than to create a big, overcomplicated system and it doesn't last. So I wanted to talk about a really great tool that is AI. It's called Goblin.tools. It's a website, and the way that I discovered it is that there's a feature that you can enter a task and ask it to split it into steps. There's also the option to ask how much time certain tasks take, and it's not super accurate, but it gives you an estimation. And when you start from nothing and from not knowing at all how long things take, it's really helpful. Of course, the time audits and time blocking, you will start to learn how long things take. And one of the biggest things I would suggest is to incorporate cleanup time and setup time. So often I feel that I was forgetting to take into consideration that even for a video or for a craft project, that you have to take your things out, set up everything, and that it takes time, and also at the end to pick up everything. I would just think, it's gonna take 30 minutes and not include all these other tasks around it. So this was mainly the section I wanted to talk about, but there is also so many tools. There's one to interpret text. If you receive a message from a friend or a coworker and you're not sure the undertone, you put it into the AI and it will tell you in between the line how it interprets. I tried it for one thing and it was surprising how it was offering option that it could be like this, it could mean that, it could imply this. I think it's a really fun autistic tool. And there's also the other one that you enter text and you can ask it to make it less snarky or more friendly or less rambly. So yeah, I really think that AI should be to help us with the hard task and not steal the creative jobs. But that's an whole other talk. I almost forget to mention another tool that I use is this little time timer. It's a physical timer. I put it on mute. You can have the sound or not. And for me, having a visual representation of time passing like this, it's really more effective than a clock. For seeing a clock, I don't have this vision or this sensation of time passing as much as when I put a little 1 hour timer or 30 minutes. Just if I have a limited time that I set in my time blocking, I'll put 30 minutes and then I see the time going away. It's been such a useful tool. It really makes a difference. And having that representation, visual of time passing, I feel it's strangely motivating and strangely it keep me in focus, because I know oh, I'm progressing through time. So yeah, that was the short video for today. I hope you learned something, or if you have a tip, please leave it in the comment below. Or if you have an app recommendation or a question about all the apps, I tried them all. And as you saw, I'm using quite a bit of different tools. Sometimes I still use my bullet journal. I've used digital bullet journaling. And really, I think that it's perfectly fine to change methods. Sometimes will be using an app to track habits. Sometimes I'll use like time blocking, and another week I won't use it at all. I will go more with the flow. But really, there's so many tools out there, and your needs will change from day to day. So you can really like try new things, like tweak your routines, tweak your systems. And before, I think that the worst thing I could use is a paper agenda, because that one was really making me feel bad. I would be skipping weeks and weeks and not using it, and then you feel like you've wasted it. I prefer agendas that are empty, not dated, so that you can fill them as you go. 1 week, if you really need it, you use it, and when you pick it up again, you have not wasted a bunch of empty pages. That's why I still use my bullet journal, and I really love it, and all the apps. And yeah, go with what you need, and don't feel bad if a system doesn't work for you. You tried it, you'll tweak it, you'll do something else. I think that having small time frames is the most useful. I talked about it, I think, in the previous video, but yeah, deciding I'm gonna do this for a week or for 2 weeks instead of deciding it's gonna be indefinite, it's a good way to see it. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.